Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Teaching English on دروس عين Week 3. Let's review the objectives of our class today. Okay, the first one here, we're going to use some greeting expressions. If you want to greet somebody, how to greet him or how to greet her, there are some expressions that we're going to learn today, inshallah. How to use also the big four main communication skills. There are some communication skills rather than the words and speaking. You need to take care of these. Also, how to differentiate between the cardinal numbers and the ordinal numbers. Okay, what are the cardinal numbers? What are the ordinal numbers? We will learn this, inshallah, in the following slides. Also, you will learn how to write C and D correctly. Okay, now we are starting Unit 1, and the title of Unit 1 is Feelings. Okay, how do you feel? How you feel about something, and how you can describe your feelings, and how to say things about feelings. Before we start this unit, let's review our previous lesson, which was an introduction on this book, Week 3. Okay, in the previous lesson, we gave you an introduction about the book. Let's remind you again what this introduction was. It was about talking about the book. Okay, as we said, your book is divided into two sections. Week 3 is divided into student's book in the first part, workbook in the second part, starting from page 63. Between the student's book and the workbook, there are some sections. These are the 5 sections. You can see them on the board here. Phonics Practice, where you can practice pronouncing words correctly and saying the letters, and also how to write the words and how to pronounce them. In the second section, which is about picture dictionary, okay, you have some picture dictionary, you have some words with pictures that can tell you what these words are, or what they mean through pictures. Also, you have audio track list. As we said, your book is full of audios and you can listen to them. They are categorized according to the units numbers and to the lessons number. You can find that on page 56. Also, there is a list for the words that appeared in your book. The last thing, or the last section, is called grade 5 objectives. Okay, you are at grade 5 now, and you are going to achieve some goals regarding your English and how you can improve your English and how you make your English better. These are the objectives. You can find them on page 59. At the end of this class, inshallah, this semester, you will check if you achieved these goals or not by reading page 59. Okay, also in the previous lesson, we told you some idea about the 4 main skills. If you want to improve your English, if you want to be good at English, you need to work hard on your listening, because if you listen very well, you will speak very well. So listening is very important. It will lead you to good speaking. Also reading, if you read very well, that will lead you to become a good writer. So reading will lead you to become a good writer in all languages, and especially in English. When you listen, you will improve your speaking. If you read, you will improve your writing, and so on. Also, in the previous lesson, we told you about the classroom instructions. You will hear your teacher in the classroom talking to you in English. He or she will use some expressions that will be said repeatedly. Maybe every day they say these expressions. Let's review some of them. This is the classroom, and this is your teacher, and let's review some of the instructions, or the classroom instructions, or the classroom English that is regularly said or often said in your classroom. The first one, good morning. When your teacher comes in the classroom, he or she says good morning. Okay, if he comes to you in the afternoon, they say good afternoon. In the evening, they say good evening, and so on. Okay, sometimes your teacher suggests some ideas, like saying here, let's play a game. Let's play a game. That is a suggestion from the teacher. when the students like these suggestions, they say, good idea, okay? Also, when the teacher says, watch me, what does he mean or what does she mean by saying that? That means you have to look at your teacher. So watch me means look at me. Make pairs. Some activities in the classroom are carried out by group work or pair work. Pair work means two students working together. So sometimes your teacher will instruct you, will direct you to work in pairs. So he will ask or she will ask, make pairs. Sometimes the teacher says, let's start. If there is an activity and the teacher is about to start, he will suggest to you, let's start. Okay, let's start. That means you need to begin your activity. When you finish doing that, you will hear this phrase, okay, stop. Okay, stop. That means we are finished. Okay, sometimes you can see here, this is a question. Are you ready? The teacher asks, are you ready? Are you well prepared for the coming activity? You will answer, yes, I am, if you're talking about yourself. Or as a group, you say, yes, we are. Are you ready? Yes, I am. If you're talking about the class or the whole class, you say, are you ready? Yes, we are. Okay, here also, let's do it again. The teacher suggests to repeat the activity again. So he suggests saying, let's do it again one more time. Okay, so this is also one of the classroom instructions. Please listen to me. You will hear your teacher saying that. Please listen to me. Okay, so that means you have to take care of, to take full concentration on your teacher. So you listen carefully. Okay, sometimes the teacher is happy about your performance or what you did. So he says or she says, wow. That indicates they are happy about what your work or your job or your activity. Good job. Let's finish. Okay, you will hear this sometimes. And also sometimes you will hear your teacher when he is or when she is happy, they say, you are great. Or any other expressions. You are excellent. You are amazing. You're wonderful. And these expressions, you will hear it, inshallah, so many times. When the class finishes, what does the teacher say? What do you say to your colleagues, to your classmates, and to your teacher? You say goodbye. Okay, this is also one of the expressions that you will hear it in the classroom. Also, as we said before in the previous lesson, we studied how to write A and B and how to form it. You'll find that in your book. You will find it on page 66, I think, and you can practice doing that. Our class today is about two parts. The first part is talk time. So you will speak, you will practice speaking, and you will have fun doing that. Okay, talk time and fun time. Okay, listen and point. Here this little girl says hello, and her classmate says hi. You can start the conversation or you can start talking to somebody by using one of these expressions, hello. And the student here is replying, hi. It's nice to meet you. He expresses himself that is happy to meet his classmate. And she replies, it's nice to meet you too. If you meet somebody for the first time, you say, it's nice to meet you. And you expect the reply, it's nice to meet you too. Okay? Now let's listen to this short conversation now between these two little boy and little girl. Okay?
Hello.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Now, let's move to the next conversation here. You practice the talks in pairs. Here, this little girl is talking to her friend. She's saying to her, how are you? Hi, how are you? She's asking, and the answer, I am great, thanks. This is one of the expressions to reply this question. I am great, thanks, and you? And she replies saying, I am fine. Okay, let's listen to this short conversation again.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, thanks. And you?
I'm fine.
Okay, now act the talks in pairs. Also, you need to act this talk in pairs as well, as we said here. When somebody says hello, he's greeting you, or she is greeting you. How do you reply? You can say hi, it's nice to meet you, the same thing. Hi, it's nice to meet you too. Let's listen to this short conversation again.
Hello.
Hi, it's nice to meet you.
Hi, it's nice to meet you too.
Okay, now there is an advice here. You can see here, remember the big four. What do you mean by this? When you want to talk to somebody, okay, it's not only the language that you can communicate with. You communicate, you tell the meaning by the words, okay, by the language, by speaking, but sometimes there is something else you need to take care of. What are these things? It is suggested in your book on page 5. They call it the big four. What are these big four? You can find out about them. Let us explain it in a very simple language now. How you have to remember to use lots of facial expressions like big smiles. What do you mean by that? When you talk to somebody, it's not enough to take care of your words. You have to take care of your facial expression. What do you mean by that? Your face. Like when you smile, that will impact the other person that you're talking to. So smile is very important as a means of good communication. So you need to smile when you talk to somebody, and not only smile, there are a lot of facial expressions that you can use when speaking. We call it communication skills. Okay. Number 2, you use your body to make gestures. Sometimes you use words, and sometimes if you find it difficult to express yourself with words, you can use gestures, movement, body movement for things like this one, for example. If somebody does like these gestures, what do they mean here? The first one, the green one, means thumb up. That means agreement or happiness, or somebody likes something. The other one, thumb down, that means dislike, okay, or something that is not good. Also, there is body language like this one, like this gesture. When somebody is doing like that, it indicates something. It means something. What do you think? Look at this picture and tell us, or tell your friend or your relative or whoever is next to you what this thing means. What do you think? When somebody is doing like that, that means he doesn't know or she doesn't know, or you can, depends on the culture also. It has a meaning. The gesture has a meaning. This thing also, this gesture means something. Instead of saying, look at that, you can use your hand to point at something and saying without speaking. So this is called the body language, or called a gesture. Also, you have to speak, to talk with a strong voice. When you speak, make your voice clear. Okay, so you speak clearly by a strong voice. Number 4, you keep eye contact when you speak with someone. Also, when you speak to somebody, you have to look at their eyes. Okay, because this is very important as a communication skill. So you speak to somebody, it's not polite to talk to somebody while you are looking at something else. So make eye contact, means look with your eye to their eyes. Okay, so this is what we mean by keep eye contact when you speak with someone. Okay, now the greeting line also, talk to the teacher and leader. This is on page 5, you can find it. And also in the main lesson, or the main thing that we are going to learn about this page 5, is about the cardinal and ordinal numbers. What do you mean by that? The cardinal numbers, the numbers that we know regularly, 1, 2, 3, 4. But if we want to talk about the order of somebody in or something in that, we can say first. 1 becomes first, 2 becomes second, 3 becomes third, 4 becomes fourth, and 5 become fifth, and so on. Okay, we will have an example here. talk to the teacher and leader. Okay, when you listen now, you will find out about this picture. This is in a classroom, and you can see here some boys sitting, and they want to participate. They want to take part in the class. One of them is saying, I am first, and one is saying, no, I am second, and so on. So let's read it and listen to it again together.
Hi,
Hello, I'm first.
I'm second. I'm third.
I'm fourth.
I'm fifth.
How are you?
I'm great.
Okay, so you see here the teacher is asking the students and they want to answer. The first one says, hello, I am first. That means I am number one. The second says here, I am second. I am number two. I am third, number three. I am fourth, number four. I am fifth, number five. Okay, and in the other part of the classroom, you can see this conversation also took place because when the student is talking to his colleague. Now, the goal, have we achieved the goal or not? I can greet my teacher and ask, how are you? Can you do that? Can you ask your teacher, how are you? If you can do that, that means you are successful and you did very well. Another goal also, I listened to CD 2 days this week. Also, did you listen to the audio? If you did that, that is great, and we appreciate that. Okay, listen, point, and practice and trace. What do you mean by that? This is the conversation that we studied a while ago. Hello. When somebody says hello, the other one replies hello, or you can say hi. Okay. How are you? And you expect the reply, I am great, thanks. And you also, we expect the reply saying, I am fine, and so on. But here we need to trace. To improve your handwriting, to make your handwriting better, you need to go to your book, to workbook page 63, and trace these phrases or these statements. You trace them, means you to write on them. Like, let's try one of them, like hello, you do like this. That's called tracing. Here, E, okay, L, and O, okay, and so on. Okay, you do the rest. How are you? You can do the same. You can trace, writing this question. Also, I am fine. And don't forget the question mark, the exclamation mark, and the full stop to also trace it. Okay, join the dots and read. You do the same also. You will find it in the exercise number 2 on page 63. The same thing. You need to trace and to join the letters, or to make good handwriting by tracing and by writing on these dots. Okay, goal number 2, I can say I am first, second, third. Cardinal numbers, can you use them? You can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you use I am first, second, third, and so on? That is one goal. The other one, did you listen to CD 2, 3? This is very important also. Okay, listen, point, and practice, trace, and write. This is one exercise, one of the exercises also on page 64. You need to do the same here. Hi, okay, how are you? Hi here, he's addressing somebody, maybe saying hello, or hi, Sarah, for example. And she says, how? What do you expect? If the answer is, I am fine, what is the question? How are you? How are you? Okay, this is the question. If you want to ask about somebody, how he is or how she is, you say, how are you? Okay, the answer is, I am fine. Now, let's practice the ordinal numbers. You can see in the picture here, there are 5 people here. They're waiting at an ATM machine that is for money, maybe withdrawing money or depositing money. They are waiting in a queue, in a line, as you can see here. Which one is number 1? This is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 3, number 4, and number 5. If we want to make them in ordinal numbers, we can say here the first one. As you can see, number 1 here is the first. This is second. This is third. This is fourth. And this is fifth. This is what you are going to do in this exercise on page 64, exercise number 2. How can we write full sentences about these cardinal numbers? In the first one here, I am first. You can see it here in this part here. I am first. What about number 2? First is followed by I am what? You think of that? I am second. Very good. Number 3, how can you use this cardinal numbers? You say I am third. Okay, number 4, you can say I am fourth. Okay, number 5, you can say I am fifth. Okay. Now we move to the last part of our class today for the handwriting. As we said before, you need to be careful about writing. You need to write the letters in its right place, and you need to form it correctly also. Like here we can see C and D, cow. Okay, the first letter of the word cow is C, but it's pronounced as ka. So we say cow. The other one here is duck. So we say duck. The first letter of the word duck is D. But the most important thing, how to write C. If you want to write C, you have to be careful to write it in this place only. Okay, don't exceed the limits. Just write exactly inside these 2 lines and not less than that. Okay, so C is written like this. C is written like this. Okay, C is written like this. If you want to make it in cursive, you do like this. Okay, like this. It is very important for persons who want to practice cursive to start the writing the letter correctly and to end correctly. Okay, we move to the other word, which is duck. Starting the first letter is D. How to write the D? You remember when we started writing the A, we start in this way. So we write D like this. Like I wanted to write A, but I completed to the top to make it D. Also here, D. And here also we write D. D is like this. Okay, if I want to make it in cursive, I do like this. You see? Just I don't remove my hand because I start correctly and I end correctly. Okay, we move to the next part. Now let's write cow. As you can see here, cow is written like this. Cow, okay. We can do like this, okay. Duck. D, U, C, and notice here, K. You see, if you commit to the lines, that will make your handwriting more beautiful. D, U is written like this, C is written like this, and K is to be written like this. So this is duck. If I want to write it on one line, I say D, U, C, and K. Okay, you have to practice that. You can go to page 46 in your book. You will find the same thing here, spaces done especially for improving your handwriting. So you go there to page 46, and also you answer the exercises of workbook and some exercises in your student's book. And that's the end of our class today. Thank you for watching, and see you inshallah in our next episode. Goodbye.